Hi, and welcome to Book Impressions. In this episode, I will give you my impression of the book, The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Okay, let's look at this book. Well, it just says The Bridge Kingdom. It doesn't say book 1, but when I look under the stars, it says book 1 of 3 in The Bridge Kingdom. So I have to assume it is book 1 of 3. It's a series. I like when authors actually tell you it's book 1, because if you don't look here, you can get taken in by a series when you may not want to be. Anyway, there are 3 books in this series. Let's look at our cover. It's a beautiful cover. I think the image is gorgeous. I think the font on the title is beautiful. I think if I had any complaint, it's how the author has her name up here. I think it's too light. But the rest of it is just a beautiful cover. Of course, that's just my opinion as far as the author goes. But anyway, the rest of the cover looks great, and I'm sure it pops right off the Amazon bookshelf, and I'm sure it pops off other bookshelves on other sites. So that's a good thing. Okay, I wonder also if the other 2 are there, so let's go down and see. It has 354 pages, so that's not bad for book 1. It's in English. It was published on August 13th of 2019, so I'd like to think, since it was published in 2019, that the other 2 books are there. We'll find out. It says the reading age is 18 years, so I would assume 18 years and up. Let's look at our blurb. It says, heart-pounding romance and intense action wrapped in a spellbinding world. I was hooked from the first page. Elise Kova, USA Today best-selling author of A Deal with the Elf King. Right now, this book is $4.99. You can read it on Kindle Unlimited for free. It has a hardcover for $26.99. A paperback for $13.49. It has an audio CD for $11.76. Okay, let me finish reading this blurb. As a warrior princess trained in isolation, Lara is driven by 2 uncertainties. The first is that King Aaron of the Bridge Kingdom is her enemy, and the second is that she'll be the one to bring him to his knees. Okay. The only route through a storm-ravaged world, the Bridge Kingdom enriches itself and deprives its rivals, including Lara's homeland. So when she's sent as a bride under the guise of peace, Lara is prepared to do whatever it takes to fracture its impenetrable defenses and the defense of its king. Yet, as she infiltrates her new home and gains a deeper understanding of the war to possess the bridge, Lara begins to question whether she's the hero or the villain, and as her feelings for Aaron transform from frosty hostility to fierce passion, Lara must choose which kingdom she'll save and which kingdom she'll destroy. Quite interesting premise of a book here. Okay, let's see. It's got 6,539 ratings as of March of 2022 as I do this video. It's got 4.4 altogether out of 5 stars. So that's not bad for almost 6.5 or 6,500 some reviews. So people love this book. 5 stars have 59%, 4 stars 29%, 3 stars 10%, 2 stars 2%, and 1 star 1%. So let's look at some of the headings on our 5 stars. And at 59%, that's pretty good. This after 6,000 reviews. It says great start, but only part of the story. Yeah, because it's a series, a wonderful book. Worth your time. A wonderful find. Definitely recommend. Love this book. I will be the next queen of Ithaca, and I will bring the Bridge Kingdom to its knees. Okay. So not disappointing at all. Okay. 4.5. One of my favorite enemies to lovers stories. So she put it in the 5 category, but she was willing to give a 4.5. This book consumed me from the beginning. Just wow. Okay, you can see why those are 5 stars. Let's look at our 4 stars. Sometimes I always say you could put your 4 and 5s together and, get your total. 4 stars, filled with discovery and transformation, and enemies to lovers that I enjoyed. Fine. Fantastic story to enjoy. Ignore the cover for a great adult fantasy adventure. Couldn't put it down. Really nice surprise. Don't you think it's time we fight for something more? Preferred for fans of From Blood and Ash. Okay. It's her life's purpose to assassinate the king of the Bridge Kingdom, except she has never met him. So you can tell already what I was saying. Some of these 4s could have been 5 stars. Let's look at 3 stars. These are people who usually like something or they don't like something. It says likable but predictable. Okay. Fantasy turns into romance novel. Anti-heroine, an okay story. Good read, needs to read the other books. Yeah, she didn't like the fact there was that series. Not here for it. Do not trust, book taught. Enjoyable but not wonderful. Fairly familiar. 2.5. Conflicted stars. Okay. Okay, you got me. Alright. Let's look at 2 stars. Now 2 stars, they don't think it's terrible, but they're hanging there. It says grim but well written. Boring, boorish, frantic. Did not finish, about 75% in. I think if I read something 75% in, I would go finish it. Not recommended. Find something else. A whole lot of meh. Arrived used. Almost didn't finish it. Not for me. Nah, I think some of these people are some of those 1 stars, because usually 1 stars are, they don't read your genre. Some of those sounded like it, but I think they gave it credit because the book was well written. And 1 star. Honestly, there was absolutely nothing I loved about this book except for the cat vitics, or cat vetics, maybe. Okay. Did not finish. Predictable. I have no idea why this has such amazing reviews. Well, reviews are opinions. And as I always say about opinions, some people are going to like something and some people aren't. Well, that's not right. I'll keep this short. Okay. Lazy read. Do not buy from Amazon. I guess they're saying it was missing some pages. Okay. Interesting. Because if you're going to buy the paperback, you have to be careful. I'm not sure why it had the problem it had, but some people were talking about it. Okay, let's look at Danielle L. Jensen, our author, and see what her library looks like. Like I said, I have to assume these other books are there. It's hard when somebody writes a book series and you read the first book and then you go find out the other ones aren't there. It's very frustrating as a reader. And it looks like they're there. You see the Bridge Kingdom, and here's the second one, The Traitor Queen, the Bridge Kingdom Book 2, and The Inadequate Heir, the Bridge Kingdom Book 3. So they're all 3 there. And I have to say, all 3 book covers are amazing. Amazingly done. Like I said, the only thing I would question is the author's name does not pop off that book, although the titles do. But let's look at Danielle L. Jensen and see if she has any other books besides these 3 books. I got a funny feeling she probably does, because the fact that this one has over 6,000 ratings tell me a lot of people know who she is. Just because I don't know who she is doesn't mean other people don't know who she is. Anyway, let's see. Okay, this must be Danielle L. Jensen. Okay. And she looks like she has a blog here. And she looks like she writes in that blog a lot. So if you want to come and read her blog, hey, it's here. Her books run between $4.99. I see some $6.99. I see a 99 cent and $4.99, $9.99. So she has some other books. Okay, let's read about her. About Danielle L. Jensen. It just says, join Danielle's mailing list for exclusive content, giveaway, and new release alerts. Okay, so she has a newsletter you can sign up for. So she is a USA Today bestselling author, okay, of the Malediction novels, Stolen Songbird, Hidden Huntress, Warrior Witch, and The Broken Ones, as well as the Bridge Kingdom series and the Dark Shore series. She lives with her family in Calgary, Alberta. So she's a big writer. She writes a lot. She has a lot of other series out here. We can see some of them right here. Got some great book covers there. She uses great fonts in her titles, I'll say that much for her. Some beautiful covers. I'm sure that's the thing that people probably flock to when they see the cover on the shelf. But what I will do is I will take the Bridge Kingdom and I will put the URL link down in my description, so if you want to click on and come over here and look at it, and maybe her other books, or even come down here and click on some of her blog to read up on more stuff about her. You can check it out down below in my description. And if you like content like this and you want to hear about more books, I hope you will consider subscribing to this channel. So until next time, this is Book Impressions signing off.